Sony will be increasing the price of the PlayStation 5 in select territories in the very near future, as revealed on PlayStation Blog today. That's right, the price of the PlayStation 5 is going to go up. Let's talk about this right now. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to know when content goes live. We're going to be talking about this a bit today, and it's a big topic because previously, many of us, myself included, said there is no way they would increase the price of the PlayStation 5. There's no way they would pass on any cost related to inflation to the consumers. They are, and I'm not particularly happy about it. I never like it when a company ends up doing that. And back in the PS3 era, my initial reaction was they ate the cost of the PlayStation 3. But the PlayStation 5, they have said for some time, is selling at a profit. So let's just read the story and go into it. But my initial reaction is I'm very shocked that they would pass on this cost to you, the purchaser. Anyway, let's dive right in. The PlayStation 5 price to increase in select markets due to global economic environment, including high inflation rates. Inflation for everybody, including PlayStation gamers or people looking to get a PlayStation 5. New recommended retail price coming to select markets in the EMEA, APAC, and LATAM regions, plus Canada. And it's really unfortunate that the regions like LATAM, who pay a lot for their consoles already, are seeing that price increase. The global economic environment is a challenge that many of you around the world are no doubt experiencing. We're seeing high global inflation rates, as well as adverse currency trends impacting consumers and creating pressure on many industries. Based on these challenging economic conditions, SIE has made the difficult decision to increase the recommended retail price, RRP, of PlayStation 5 in select markets across Europe, Middle East, and Africa, Asia Pacific, Latin America, as well as Canada. There will be no price increase in the USA. This just really bums me out. PlayStation in the PS3 era ate the cost of manufacturing of the PlayStation 3, and those were sold at a very high premium also. Actually, pretty close to the same price as what the PlayStation 5 is being sold for. This is really unfortunate for any PlayStation fan who is looking to get a PlayStation 5, and the prices are pretty significant in some areas. Here are the price increases broken down on the Sony blog. Hopefully you can see that there. But basically it breaks down as follows. It is £50 in Europe. Let's see if I can make this a little larger or if it'll like go crazy. Yeah, see. Well, you can sort of see that, right? So in Europe, it's £50 larger, higher. So now it's $549.99. The PS5 digital edition is $449.99. In the UK, the PS5 with Ultra HD Blu-ray is $479.99, and the PS5 digital edition is $389. That is a £30 increase in the UK. In Japan, starting on September 15th, 2022, the PS5 with Ultra HD Blu-ray drive is 60,478 yen. The digital is 49,478 yen. That is an increase of about 5,000 yen. In China, 4,299 yuan or 3,499 yuan. That is an increase of 400 yuan. About Australia, $799.95 and $649.95. That is an increase of about 50. Mexico, $14,999 and $12,499. That is an increase of 1,000. And in Canada, it is now $649.99 or $519.99, and that is an increase of 20 Canadian dollars. And I'm a Canadian, so I'll joke and say that's like 20 cents, but it's still not great. Anyway, sorry for my lame Canada joke. The joke is that the Canada dollar is not worth anything. People would always make fun of me for being from Canada for that one. Sorry, fellow Canadians. Well, the price increase is a necessity given the current global economic environment and its impact on SIE's business. Our top priority continues to be improving the PlayStation 5 supply situation so that as many players as possible can experience everything that PS5 offers and what's still to come. Thank you for your continued support. This is just a really unfortunate story, in my opinion. I mean, like, Sony has said multiple times that they're posting record-breaking profits, and that the PlayStation 5 is being sold at a profit. So I went back to February 3rd, 2021, the last article I could find over on Forbes, that the PlayStation 5, when the PlayStation 5 was still being sold at a loss. However, Sony was still posting record-breaking profits. And that's why this story bothers me. Because Sony, even in their worst quarter, in Q1, the one we just talked about not that long ago, Q1 revenues dipped by 2% to $4.5 billion amid sales decline, increasing costs. They still did $4.5 billion in revenue. And if you scroll down, their first quarter results for the fiscal year show a slight decline in gaming revenues. So Sony is making billions in revenue and passing along the price to the buyer. And that's just not something I'm never going to be thrilled about that. And if this continues, where Microsoft ends up having to also increase the price of their console, or Nintendo needs to increase the price of their console, that's just really, really an unfortunate state of the way things are. Separately, let's look at this article from not that long ago. Sony's $499 PlayStation 5 is no longer selling at a loss. This was posted on August 4th of 2021, so 1 year ago. The PS5 was already selling at a profit in 2021. So, yeah. It took Sony years to stop losing money on PS3 sales, but the company stopped selling the PS4 at a loss 6 months after its debut in 2013. The PS5 has taken ever so slightly longer, but it's clearly not repeating the costly exercise of the PS3, despite early reports suggesting that Sony was struggling with PS5 pricing due to expensive parts. Fast forward 1 year, and here we are increasing the price of the PlayStation 5. Let me find some tweets here. So Daniel Ahmad from Ampere Analytics said the following. Basically said Sony's high global inflation rates and adverse currency trends are to blame. The cost of manufacturing and distribution has also increased across the board, even if availability of components is starting to improve. Not expecting any short-term impact as demand is still not met. And then it is less likely that Xbox raises its price, but can't be ruled out entirely. Majority of Xbox sales are still in the US. That being said, the Xbox Series S continues to be Microsoft's best move, providing a lower cost entry to next-gen gaming versus Sony. At this point, I never thought Sony would raise, I never ever would have guessed that Sony would raise the price of the PlayStation 5. I, knowing that they took a loss on the PlayStation 3 back in the day, would have thought that benefit would have been passed along to the consumer. Any sort of global inflation or anything happening, I thought for sure with them posting record-breaking profits, constantly talking about that they would simply eat the cost while we went through, this global crisis in terms of inflation. It's very unfortunate, in my opinion, that they've decided to do this. Here are some community reactions. Sony raising the price of the PlayStation 5 in most markets is incredibly tone deaf. You can blame inflation and chip shortages all you want, but you're a billion-dollar company. You can eat the cost, but they'd rather push it on the consumer. Awful move, Sony. The Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast, said, Sony said that the PlayStation 5 was profitable during an investor call. Raising the price of the PlayStation 5 is for the sole purpose of maintaining that profit. So let's call it what it is. Greed. Please reverse this, PlayStation. VGC said the PS5 price increase is likely to have a minimal impact on sales of Sony's console. Data and analytics firm Ampere Analytics has predicted, although it says this move hands some advantage to Microsoft. And then, I had one more reaction here from Dom's Playing. Whoa, Sony is actually raising the price of PlayStation 5 in select markets due to the global inflationary environment and rising interest rates. This impacts EU, UK, etc. He reacts, this is flabbergasting news even after Meta's move. If you'll remember, Meta recently also decided to increase the cost of their units by, I believe it was $100 in the United States. And people weren't happy about that one. And then to see PlayStation do the same thing, it's just really unfortunate. I'm not even really mad about it. It doesn't seem like they're trying to spin it. They're just being very forthright about why they're doing it. But, you know, you as the purchaser get to make a decision about whether you're going to purchase the console at this inflated price or not. I think, I mean, for me, I'm very shocked at this news. Matt Piscatella says the following: no U.S. price increase, surely influenced by currency, but I wonder if / how highly competitive hardware share battle in the U.S. market played a role. Still supply constrained, so won't see any potential demand impact for a while, but theoretically, at some point, the markets won't be constrained. Then things will get interesting. Anyways, guessing the folks at PlayStation had some interesting Zoom calls. Yeah, and that's the thing. I highly doubt that anybody at PlayStation was like, yes, please increase the price of the PlayStation 5. This has to be coming from Sony. Sony is basically like, hey, you have to increase the price of your hardware. They actually recently had increased the price of many of their physical devices, and I talked about that in a previous video. So the question was left on the table, hey, are you going to increase the price of the PlayStation 5? And they kind of left it up in the air. They never really confirmed whether they would or would not be increasing that price. And now we know the answer. Yes, they are. I wanted to go back to, what was this? Sony announces $1.5 billion share buyback, sees 56% rise in PlayStation sales. This was from May 10th, 2022. And they said, this is from CNBC, the Japanese giant plans to carry out share repurchases between May 11, 2022 and May 10, 2023. It said, as it reported, operating profit for the March quarter rose to 138.6 billion yen, or 1 billion. That was driven by continued strong sales of its PlayStation 5 console and games. Operating profit at Sony's game division rose 175% year on year in the March quarter. The company sold 11.5 million units of its flagship PlayStation 5. They're at 21 million units now. In the financial year ended March 31st versus 7.8 million in the previous year. Sony's chief financial officer, Hiroki Totoki, said the company is forecasting sales of 18 million units for the PlayStation 5 in the current fiscal year, which ends March 2023. That's a 56% year-over-year rise. Profits in the billions and passing along that cost to consumers is never something that I'm going to hop on a video and be happy about. I truly thought Sony would not do this. I remember myself and Hogue did an episode and we literally laughed it off. We said there's no way it would happen, but sure enough, they're increasing the price of the console, and that's just my personal reaction to the situation. I'm very surprised that they would do this, and I think many of the consumers are also equally surprised out there if you look at the reactions on Twitter today. Some people are understanding though. Some people are like, yeah, that's what's happening. Like, Sony, you got to raise the price of stuff. So there are people out there who feel that way. I do not agree with that. They ate the cost of the PlayStation 3. I feel like they should have repeated that here. I think this is not going to be a great look for them, especially when this holiday season rolls around and people are looking for their next console. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to know when my content posts. Let me know what you think about this story in the comments below. Thank you so much to the members for supporting me doing this type of content. I appreciate that you hang out, that you support. And if you would like to become a member, hit that join button right down there. I'm going to get out of here. I will see you for the next one. Bye for now, everybody.